I can't handle doing bookkeeping for 66 clients. This video is going to be a little bit different than my other videos. I'm usually upbeat, positive, energetic, and I still feel the same way, but I have to be honest. I want to be genuine, fully transparent with all of you. I'm having a hard time. These past 2 weeks, this past month has been really challenging. And I'm going to share with you some of the challenges that I've had, some of the feelings that I'm having. I genuinely feel like I cannot handle 66 clients right now. Or at least I feel like that for a part of every single day. My day is wildly up and down, highs and lows. In the morning, I feel overwhelmed. I feel like I have so much work to do. And then halfway through the day, I get the most of my work done. And then I start to feel relief. And then in the evening, I get swamped again with emails. The cycle continues. I feel good. I feel stressed. I feel good. I feel like I'm getting ahead. I feel stressed. It's a vicious cycle. So in this video, I'm just gonna keep it honest, keep it real, and I'm gonna share with you some of the struggles that I've been having over the past couple weeks. Like I said, I'm usually upbeat, energetic, and optimistic, and don't get me wrong, I still love my bookkeeping business. I'm not changing anything. I'm just offering a different perspective on my bookkeeping business, on entrepreneurship in general. The goal of making this video is to encourage you. If you are feeling down or stressed out or overworked or feeling like you can't get ahead, I want you to know you're not alone. I feel like that pretty much every single day. The main reason I'm feeling like this right now is because April was my busiest month ever. I got 10 new clients in April. So if you don't know me, I've been running my bookkeeping business for 4 years, and my business has just about doubled every single year for the past 4 years. Right now, I have 66 clients. They pay me on average $450 per month. Some clients pay less, some clients pay more, but on average, $450 per month. I just do bookkeeping. I don't do taxes or payroll or CFO services. So my recurring revenue right now is right around $30,000 per month. And that's not counting any potential new clients or any potential large catch-up or cleanup projects that I might get in the future. So right now, I'm feeling incredibly overwhelmed and stressed out, mostly because I just got 10 new clients in April, which was a record month. And so this leads me to the first point that I want to talk about. In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 struggles that I'm having and then how you can overcome those struggles. Because I genuinely feel right now, I feel like I cannot handle all 66 clients. It's just me working. I don't have any employees, no subcontractors, no executive assistant or office manager. It's all just me. Okay, so onboarding new clients is incredibly difficult. So hard to onboard a new client. You have to get accustomed to a new QuickBooks. You have to learn a new chart of accounts. You have to communicate with a new business owner. You have to learn how they communicate. You have to get used to their potentially new bank account, new credit cards. Maybe they have a couple employees. Maybe they have an office manager who you're going to be working with. Maybe it's a partnership. Maybe it's a husband and wife partnership. There are so many new dynamics when you onboard a new client, and it's so difficult. After 3 months, everything kind of gets put on autopilot. You know what to expect. Bookkeeping is so much easier after the first 2 or 3 months of onboarding. So my advice to you, start slow. Don't try to get a ton of clients in the beginning, which means I would not recommend paying for advertising. I recommend start slow, start by implementing organic, free social media marketing. I would try to get 2 new clients every month. That should be the goal. Every single month, get 1, maybe 2 new clients. Sometimes you might lose a client, sometimes you might get no clients, sometimes you might get 4 clients, but on average, try to get about 2 new clients every month. That should be your goal. That way, in 12 months, you have about 20 bookkeeping clients. That would be an amazing start to your bookkeeping business. So I wouldn't pay for advertising because You don't have a process right now. You don't know how to onboard clients. You don't know how to conduct a sales call. So I don't want you to pay for advertising and then all of a sudden you get a ton of leads, or maybe you get a ton of sales consultations scheduled on your calendar. So now you have to have a bunch of conversations that you paid for, but you don't really know how to have a sales consultation. You don't really know how to quote somebody. You don't really know how to onboard somebody. This is going to stress you out a lot if your advertising actually works, which hopefully your advertising works. If it doesn't work, then you're just wasting money. So either way, in the beginning, I don't think it's a good idea to pay for advertising. You're either going to get overwhelmed and it's probably not going to work and you're going to get a bunch of sales consultations and it's just going to stress you out, or you're going to pay a bunch of money and you're not going to get any leads and it's going to be a waste of money. You need to develop a smooth onboarding process, and the only way to do that is trial and error. You have to learn what works, because right now what works for 2 clients might not work for 20 clients. What works for 20 clients isn't going to work for 60 clients. I have naturally evolved and adapted my onboarding process to fit the needs of my business. And the only way I did that is through trial and error over the past 4 years, by slowly growing my bookkeeping business, adding 2 clients every month. Okay, tip number 2, customer service is so important. And that's why I'm stressed out right now, because I have to deliver high quality customer service to 66 clients. So let me give you a couple tips on how to deliver high quality customer service, because your business doesn't matter if you don't deliver high quality customer service. You can have the greatest sales and marketing of all time, but if you're not actually doing a good job, then nothing matters, because you might get a ton of clients, but you're going to lose them all. And then you just have to get new clients and lose them, get new clients and lose them. And like I just said, the onboarding process is so challenging. So your business is going to fail miserably if you have great sales and marketing, you onboard them, do a bad job, lose them, sales and marketing, you get the idea. It's a vicious cycle. So you might as well do a really good job and actually keep your clients. So much easier to keep your clients than it is to get a client, lose a client, get a new client. Might as well deliver high quality customer service and just keep your clients. But it's so hard, it's so stressful. If you do a good job, you don't really need to advertise. How many times have you seen an accounting firm or a local CPA advertise on the radio or a local TV commercial? You just don't see it too often, because, and how often have you called a CPA or an accountant and they said, sorry, we're not taking on new clients? That's normal. Most CPAs and accountants don't have to advertise, because if they do a good job, their business just spreads by natural word of mouth. So two tips. You need to communicate effectively. That is all you need to do. Communicate effectively. If somebody sends you an email, respond to their email. If somebody calls you, answer the phone. If you say you're going to do something, actually follow through and do what you say you're going to do. Communicate effectively, be professional, be polite, don't be rude, don't be arrogant, be helpful, and then you need to stay organized. So if somebody sends you an email, or if you have a task that needs to get done, you have to do it. You have to get it done. And if your bookkeeping business grows to 20 or 60 or 100 clients, you're going to have a lot of tasks that need to be done every day, every week, every month, on a routine, regular, recurring basis. So you need to develop a process for keeping track of all of your tasks and then getting all of your tasks done. You might need to pay sales tax. You might need to file payroll. You might need to file unemployment compensation. You need to reconcile accounts. Maybe you need to pay bills. Maybe you need to send invoices. You might need to run depreciation. The list goes on and on. Daily, weekly, and monthly, quarterly, recurring tasks for bookkeepers and accountants. So you just need to stay organized. It could be an Excel spreadsheet, a Google Calendar, pen and paper, fancy CRM software, 100 different ways you can do it. You just got to develop a system. And the best way to do that is through trial and error, because the systems I was using in year 1 are so different from the systems I was using in year 3, and they're so different from the systems I'm going to be using next year. I slowly develop and evolve my business to fit my needs. Okay, last tip. Bookkeeping, I say it's pretty simple, but it can actually get pretty difficult as your business grows. If you only have 1 or 2 clients, whatever the bookkeeping problems might be, you can probably figure it out. by doing some research. But you can imagine if you've got 60 clients and each client brings a new bookkeeping challenge, it's going to be a lot more difficult to do research for 60 different problems. So bookkeeping can become difficult as the number of problems you have grows. Like the actual complexity of each individual bookkeeping problem isn't really that hard, but if you have 60 different problems, that's just naturally going to be more difficult than having 2 to 5 problems. So what I recommend is have a niche. Have a niche in the software that you use. That way you can become an expert in your software. For me, I'm a QuickBooks Online expert. I only work with QuickBooks Online. The exact same concept with the services that you provide. I only do bookkeeping. So this enables me to be a bookkeeping expert and a QuickBooks Online expert. So whatever problems I might face, I am better equipped to solve those problems because I am a QuickBooks expert and a bookkeeping expert. And then finally, start slow, do research as problems come in. You're only gonna have a couple clients the first couple months, so don't stress out about it. Start slow, do research, solve the problems, be honest. If you don't know something, ask a question, ask the client, ask their CPA, ask your CPA, do your own research, and then consider continuing education. For me, I've been taking a college accounting class every semester for the past 4 years. I took 6 undergraduate college accounting classes. I moved up to taking graduate level accounting classes. Not every class fit perfectly into my bookkeeping business. Not every class necessarily helped me specifically with my bookkeeping business. But as your accounting knowledge, bookkeeping knowledge, business knowledge, tax knowledge grows over time, you become more confident in your ability to solve problems for your clients. And that's what we do. We solve bookkeeping, accounting, and tax problems for business owners. That's why they pay us to do their bookkeeping. So I hope this video was helpful. I just wanted to make a quick video and remind you guys, it's not always rainbows and butterflies. It's not always great times. There are so many highs, so many lows, being an entrepreneur, being a bookkeeping business owner. I just want you to know that I experience the same difficulties just like everybody else. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because I'm posting new videos every week that hopefully teach you how to start and grow your own bookkeeping business.